6 months. It feels like a lifetime since the accident. 6 months since Alex was ripped from my world, leaving a void that swallows everything. Returning to our house, the one we chose together, was supposed to bring some kind of closure. I thought surrounding myself with our life, our memories, would help me heal. But the silence here is different now. It's not empty, it's heavy, listening, waiting. At first, it was subtle, things you could easily dismiss. A floorboard creaking upstairs when I knew I was alone downstairs. The scent of his cologne, that specific sandalwood and citrus mix, lingering in the hallway long after it should have faded. His favorite song, the one from our first date, humming from the old and plugged radio in the kitchen. I told myself it was just memory playing tricks. Grief does strange things to the mind, right? My brain was just filling in the blanks, desperately trying to recreate what it had lost. I clung to that explanation. It was rational. It was sane. Then I started seeing him, or what I thought was him. It was always just a glimpse, a fleeting image on the edge of my vision. His reflection in a darkened window as I passed by, a shadow in a doorway that vanished when I turned. A flicker of movement in the periphery that made my heart leap into my throat. Hope is such a cruel, beautiful thing. For a heartbeat, a single, stupid, wonderful heartbeat, I believe he was back. That somehow, impossibly, he had returned to me. I would call out his name, my voice cracking, and the only answer would be the suffocating silence of the house. I started talking to him, to the empty rooms. I'd tell him about my day, about the funny thing the neighbor's dog did, about how much I missed his stupid laugh. It felt comforting, like keeping a part of him alive, but the house kept listening. And then it started talking back. The whispers began. So faint at first, I thought it was the wind or the old pipes groaning. His name, Alex, breathed on the back of my neck. But the voice wasn't right. It was his, but hollowed out. Drained of all the warmth and life he had. The whispers grew bolder, twisting our beautiful memories into something ugly. That time we got caught in the rain on our anniversary and danced under a shop awning, soaked and laughing. The whisper turned it into, "You were cold. You always made me cold." Our first date, the one with the song on the radio. "You were late," it hissed. "You never cared enough." The visitations changed too. They were no longer fleeting glimpses. He started appearing more clearly, especially in the dead of night. I'd wake up with a feeling of being watched, and he'd be standing at the foot of the bed. But the man who visits me is not my Alex. My Alex had eyes that crinkled at the corners when he smiled, full of light and laughter. This thing's eyes are voids, bottomless pits of shadow that seemed to pull the light out of the room. My Alex had a smile that could chase away any storm. This thing's smile is a gash in the dark, a predatory curve that holds no joy, only malice. It feeds on my sorrow. I can feel it. The more I grieve, the stronger it becomes. The more I remember the good times, the more ammunition it has to twist them into weapons against me. It uses his face, his voice, but it is a parasite wearing the skin of my love. The whispers are constant now, a distorted echo of his voice inside my own head. "You could have saved me," it taunts, replaying the accident over and over again in my mind's eye. "If you had just left 5 minutes earlier. If you had just driven. It's your fault. Your fault. Your fault." Every day is a battle. I wake up exhausted, having fought off his memory, its presence all night. During the day, I jump at every sound, scrutinize every shadow. My friends are worried. They see the dark circles under my eyes, the way I flinch at sudden noises. They tell me to sell the house, to move on. They say I'm torturing myself by staying here, but how can I leave? This house is the last place I was truly happy, the last place he was alive. Leaving feels like abandoning him all over again. But I know they're right. This isn't living. It's being haunted, not by a ghost, but by an infection of grief that has taken on a monstrous life of its own. It's not Alex. My Alex would never hurt me like this. He would never want this for me. The love we shared was a fortress, not a prison. This thing has taken our fortress and turned it into my tomb. Tonight, a storm is raging outside. Rain lashes against the windows, and the wind howls like a wounded animal. It matches the storm inside my heart, the war I've been fighting with myself. For 6 months, I've been holding onto a ghost, hoping it was him. I've let it feed on me, consume me, because I was so terrified of letting him go completely. But I see it clearly now, through the tears and the terror. The thing that stands in my doorway, with its empty eyes and cruel smile, is not my husband. It's the embodiment of my own pain. I know what I have to do. This thing, this parasite, it's not him. It's a shadow, and I've been letting it block the sun. To truly honor Alex, the real Alex, I can't let this creature destroy the person he loved. I have to let go of the ghost to hold onto the memory. I have to choose life, even if it's a life without him. I take a deep breath, the first one that doesn't feel like I'm drowning. I look at the shadow in the corner, the one wearing his face. And for the first time in 6 months, I don't whisper his name. I say, "Get out of my house."